the same as they were before. Never, never go home, never, never no more. I'm the same as the tunnels underground, and we'd end up uptown when we used to hang around. And I'm the same as the bones inside your name. Got a little piece of hell that I bring to show and tell. I'm the same as the you that you invent. Never, never do the dishes, never, never pay the rent. And we got that prototype time machine. We shine that motherfucker up, baby, we keep it clean. You can fit the time of my life in a dime bag. Fill it to the brim and still get 5 back. 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 I think I like that. With me, and I'm the way that we walk so slow. Never, never you mind, never, never you know. And I'm the same as our Louisiana flame. And got a little piece of shame weighing down your feeble frame. Well, the way that the Hindenburg would say it was feeling on the day that its humanity would pay. And we got that prototype time machine. We shine that motherfucker up, baby, we keep it clean. You can fit the time of my life in a dime bag. Fill it to the brim and still get 5 back. 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 I think I like that. Time machine, we shine that motherfucker up, baby, we keep it clean. You can fit the time of my life in a dime bag. Fill it to the brim and still get 5 back. 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 I think I like that. Smoking to a ruptured lung, poking a sleeping giant in the eye with the rusty trident, and then high-fiving the sky, diving back down to unleash the wildest violence on the guys who just disguise their feeble shyness with smiles of silence. I can see the rabbit holes from here, but I can't fall in, cause I gotta get a chick who's just addicted to the fear like me. Wanna shake nightly, wanna take my lead, get a new face and a fake name, no matter who chases, pull another other briefcase. If you don't want hanging from a shoelace, never let them know how good you taste. Nobody ever goes to other planets anymore. All the shadows spill their magic and make the well-established patterns feel erratic to the masses, and we're not okay anyhow, no way. Get a new death rate most every day. I could never really say all the ways you pay. So what is it anyways? It's different times and places, days that we've erased and then replaced with empty spaces. I can feel the substance it displaces. I can feel the death rays in these days of dark reason and these nights of briefcases. I can feel the precipitation. I can spit a lexicon across a bit of tongue, and I enjoy a lot of personality to sort of fun. About as much as anybody, but I'd rather get shit done. So call me old-fashioned, but it happens to be a habit of mine to keep a passionate mind placid in an irrational time. Come a little closer, wanna watch you disintegrate and hover in the corner, just the two of us, and try to take in all of the illumination you complete, and then proceed to habitate your vegetative state, make you part of me. I know it's hard to see the opportunity that you've been given with this proposition while you're still awake, so listen, take this healthy dose of something that you're not supposed to know is hopeless and eroded to the point point its broken bones I'll show. Go to sleep and pray to me, your soul to keep it. I'll just keep it in a bottle somewhere barely out of reach. I hope you find me in the woods living with weasels and you can't digest it, alone and desperate. I hope you find me in the river living happy and your soul molested, alone and desperate. I'm not sure what it is I've been living for, and every night I hear the rusty chains are clanking on the floor, and hear the disembodied wails and bangs upon the cellar door. But I'm committed to positions that require me to ignore all the happenstance regarding my little afterlife party, so as not to betray the reasons for the sequences restarting. But I never built a house out of nothing other than bricks that I just shit out of my mouth and left to rot in my slitted wrists. But they just sprouted out and grew additions and were listed as contemporaries of some of the priciest in their district. I was kept alive inside the tidbits of mystery the other misfits and I spied with our laser eyes throughout history. I'm inside the outer rings of hell, and hearing that should ring a bell, and if it don't, it might as well. For all the good a bell would do to crack your idiotic shell, wake you up to all the nothing that you get for lives you sell. Well, I hope you find me in the woods living with weasels and you can't digest it, alone and desperate. I hope you find me in the river living happy and your soul molested, alone and desperate. Bracelets dangling, one for every successful mood strangling, protractor in hand angling, arguments and orchestrating, hangings, pangs of hunger plaguing, making a mockery of aging. I think I thought when I got here I'd have a meal waiting. Oh, what was me holding a participation trophy made of melted down gold teeth? Whole thing's revolting and I'm nobody's baby. Move on, you don't know me under the bridge talking that old speak to the skeletons of the future president and his relatives who already yell at you through completion backwards prerequisites. And it's into the river we go, all for one and one for invoking a different flow. So how could we ever have taken a pleasure in keeping the measures we took to a minimum, giving them criminal limitless riches till God was the only real synonym for the state? There ain't no escape. My girlfriend left, but I'm bowing to the state. My English... Hit it, boys. There's a lot of towns you could go where a man could hang his hat.
Well, they got microbrews and mega stores, but we ain't down with that.
Well, there's a place I know right up the road where the beers are always cold,
Where a beat-up truck and a fishing pole are worth their weight in gold. Going downtown Radioville, where you can kick back or have you the craziest thrills. You probably won't learn much, but maybe you will. We're going down
Radioville.
Now let's check in on the boys and see what they got themselves into this week.
finish him.
Can I just do only sound effects tonight?
Please do.
Yeah. I sit at home missing this thing sometimes. I'm just alone in my living room just doing my fucking lonely rants, and I really wish I had the soundboard with me. But let's be honest, I've got the soundboard with me. It's in here, and it's in here. And I do. This is how obsessed I am with, like, stupid radio things and shows and live streams and shit. It's going on in my fucking head constantly. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm telling myself a story, and there is a music bed, and there's accents and sound effects and shit, and I'm yelling at a producer, you know, and because he's making mistakes, of course, in my fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always going on. What about you?
Nope.
No? You don't have that? But you are having an interesting week, right?
I am.
Let's welcome everybody to Radioville, Population Truth. Good
What's
to be back.
up, everybody?
This is the second to last show of the season, everybody. Next week, season finale. Get ready to tune in for that.
Yeah.
We're hoping to have a little cast of characters on hand. We should probably let them
And
know
more-
at
yeah.
some point.
And also more preparation than this week.
Yeah. No. We're good. We're fine. We got plenty in the chamber.
No,
for
we
you guys.
do. We do.
Tom's been having a banner week.
I have.
He just shit in a bucket earlier. That was good. When I got here, I came in. We're like two
El
menopausal.
Baño was ocupado.
Yeah, we are. It was like two menopausal ladies getting
like-
ready to do their podcast hour. I came like hobbling in, like I have to pee. I
was like, dude, I got to shit now.
and someone's in the bathroom already. So
Yeah.
I went and peed in the yard.
And I went and pulled the old painter trick.
This is a classic trick.
It is.
Did you
yeah.
ever do it in a van?
No.
No, I've heard about that. Some of these construction guys and you Mexicans and whoever.
Yeah.
I've heard that there's a trick you can do when there's no bathroom to use, that you just like go in the work van and shit in a bucket and then clamp the fucking lid on it really tight.
I mean, I've heard of this, but
Yeah. But anyway, so you went downstairs and pulled the old bucket trick, which is great. I don't know why. I really enjoy when people shit in wrong places. Like, you know what I mean? What
as
better?
soon as she was like, "Hey, mind if I take?" I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then she's in there for 2 minutes. I'm like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
Oh.
It's always been hilarious, though. There was this kid, there was these two kids that lived around the corner from me sometimes. They were bad kids, right, when I was a little kid. And,
I know.
sorry. All right, so there's these two bad kids, right? And they would sometimes, like, live with their grandma, those type, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, their mom was, like, a drunk in Aurora or something, you know?
Sure.
And so there's one kid, Max, his specialty was shitting, like, on command all over the place, right? So 5, 6 years old. I mean, what is funnier than watching one of your friends like shit on your neighbor's porch and then you both just run away laughing maniacally, you know? There's something awesome about an out of place shit is my point. That
Sorry.
kid,
I'm trying to get some lights.
that's fine. I can tell you more.
You want to hit that light over there? Just like
do what?
get
to
it away, like away from. Yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
you go. you got
Yeah,
a
I
hot
saw we had a
spot.
sunspot. Yeah, that same kid, he did one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I still think this shit is hilarious. He goes, I gotta take a piss. We're downstairs in his grandma's basement playing video games.
Yeah.
And it was like a half finished basement with like carpet and whatever, just kind of laid on the floor and shit and a couch.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he goes, all right, I gotta take a piss. Don't tell anybody about this. And he gets up and he goes, get up. And I get up and he moves. He just slides the couch over, takes a whole fucking piss on the floor, and then just moves the couch back over it. And then we sat
No.
back down and kept playing video games.
not how you do
dude, I was laughing hysterically. That was fucking 30 years ago or more, and I still think it's hilarious. I could tell you some shit, man. I saw my buddy Jimmy Williamson shit on a
Ganja smoking fool.
yeah, he shit on a windshield one time. Docs. We were out. We remember when you would. I think a lot of people did this in your early 20s. You just get liquor, go to the railroad tracks, drink the liquor, walk up
Yeah,
and down the tracks.
of course.
Just finding places to hang out, whatever.
The best.
We're doing that. It is the best,
I know,
right?
I missed that.
Right after that is where people start being like, "Man, I got a real job now. Oh, I'm having a kid." And whatever. But that couple of summers where you're just real degenerates, 21, 22, 23, before anything serious, and you're shitting on cars, dude. And we left. And the funny thing is, we had toilet paper with us because it was like a planned thing, you know? So we're drunk as hell walking around on the tracks. He's looking for the right car. He goes, all right, check it out. And I don't think either of us was prepared for how disgusting it was actually going to be. We were prepared for it to be hilarious.
Yeah.
But it was like a weird shit.
Well, here's the thing.
that
They're
came out of-
always weird because they don't
Yeah.
go into a water.
Yeah,
We're used
that's
to
weird,
them going
yeah.
into cold water, and it's a different.
And
Now, let's not get too gross about this.
Well, and it petrifies it.
Yeah, like fucking holds it, like it stops it from being
Yeah.
what it really is.
It's an old confectioner's trick, you know. Right? Yeah. So when you see somebody just like shit into the open night air, because he was like, he was like standing. His feet were on the roof of the car, and his ass like out over the windshield.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So that's what the angle he was trying to do it.
Impressive.
And he shits like on the top of the windshield, and it like slid and
Yeah.
rolled down. You know what I mean? And it just, I was not laughing at that point. I was just like, why? Oh God, why am I watching my friend's ass shitting onto a car? And it's really, it was a really low.
I know why. So you could tell everyone
Yeah,
20 years later.
that's why. So I could relive the glory over and over. But it was a very
Now,
disgusting
Ganja Smoking
moment.
Fool says, well, that was on a fiery case of the forest candy.
Nah, I don't think so. I think we're just drinking wine.
All right, hold on. This is going to irritate me. I'm going to do something.
What is it?
I'll fix this.
Oh, okay. So yeah, guys. Tonight we got a. Oh, it's still the light is the problem. Yeah. Okay. Well, tonight we got an action-packed one for you. So strap in, kids. We're gonna be making fun of the one and only Michael Rappaport, which we haven't done in quite a while. Should we get going on that? Or do you want to relive someone? Because Tom, like I said, has had an interesting week.
Friday night, I went out to a wedding reception, which was a blast. I hadn't seen a bunch of these people in a long time. And then we go after bar, another blast, which was nice because there's been a string of me just being a drunken dickhead. Mm-hmm. And so that was nice. You know
A
what I mean?
string
I was
for
like,
how long?
Well,
What'd you say? Is a little phase you're going through, or
Yeah.
Okay.
but so that was nice. But so it's, the bar closed at 2. Then me and my sister go over to our buddy's house that's near there here in Elmhurst, Illinois, for the local crowd. Say hello to those bozos out in Villa Park.
With the booga. Oh, shit. Yeah.
But yeah, so then we go over there, and then, we get pretty toasty. And then I end up back at my house at it's probably, 3:30, going on 4 o'clock. Now, normally I would order a bunch of shitty food.
That for me is always like the idea hour.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
what
know
I'm
what
like,
I should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there may or may not have been a large amount of penis envy mushrooms here in the house.
Have you guys out there tried the penis envy strain of psychedelic mushrooms? Let me tell you, that is nothing to play with, dude. Tom's about to tell you something insane. I've tried them before.
Yeah, because I showed Vinny how much.
So I'm gonna guess that there was well over a quarter, and
I ate 'em.
for non-drug heads. That's over 7 grams. Okay, now that's a whole bunch of fucking
Now, if
mushrooms.
you
Now
take a
let me say,
Yeah.
with this strain, and I am like a huge mushroom guy. So
Oh, yeah.
like I'm not a prude with this shit at all. I'm telling you, even for a really experienced tripper, a gram and a half is plenty of this strain.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I ate an eighth one time. I was going to go out metal detecting. That was my idea.
Yeah.
And I go, let me just eat an eighth of these. Somebody gave me them. I didn't know how strong they were. I go, let me eat an eighth of these penis envy mushrooms. And I get all my gear on, dude. 10 minutes after I ate it, I was like, I'm not going fucking anywhere.
Yeah, they hit quick.
I sit down on the couch and I just had like a laser light show in my brain for like 4 hours. I one time literally thought that I had lost both of my arms, didn't understand where they were or how to get them or what to do with them, and was really okay with it too. I was like, whatever. I had those for a long time. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll come back one day.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're just not here now.
They were cool.
And
It was
they
like
were
an
cool.
old friend that you lost touch with.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
like,
oh, well, yeah.
Now I live in this blanket world anyways. I've been here for 1,000 years. What does it matter? It was one of those. Anyways.
Yeah, so
you eat like twice that much at least.
Yeah, I ate all of them.
And when he told me this, I'm telling you guys, if you have no idea how fucking insane that is. It's really
Yeah, man.
fucking crazy thing to do.
Yeah, and I just ended up laying in my bed in the dark, which is even also crazy.
Yeah.
And I just had this red light on, and yeah. So basically, I was conversing with some Satan, or
Yeah.
You know what I
What are you
mean?
talking
Yeah.
about?
I don't know. It was just more like it wasn't really words. It was more like grunts. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
My penis envy trip
ideas and
was
shit like
very
that.
grunty. It was like
Yeah,
if
it was
I
all grunts.
if I had a video of it, it would just look like me like writhing around.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
just
was
like,
doing. I was just right. This is literally exactly what I was
Yeah.
doing for like hours and hours
with
and hours.
just like lights and fucking crazy
yes,
shit. Yeah, just,
everything like was
yeah.
really kaleidoscopic.
Right. Yeah.
Everything was just like, what the fuck? Everything was, you know.
I'm
And
telling
so,
you, those things are those are too much, man. Yeah.
so then I had to go out Saturday because there was an event, and I was just like, oh fuck. All right, well, time to strap up.
No big revelations from your trip or anything?
Dude, I know.
It just
was-
went by? Just-
yeah, it was just, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have slight glimpses of but again, time doesn't really work the same. You know what I mean? It's you have no idea what is what or when is how.
No.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It's just one of those.
That's what I don't like about that strain of mushroom too. I like a good mushroom trip to be like it's all mystical.
Yeah.
And you're like building some lesson.
Yeah, this was
and
like a
you're
punch in the
You go
brain.
on a
That's what this
walk
was.
at some point. Blah blah blah. You
Yeah.
have an odd
No,
interaction.
this was
with
literally
with
writhing.
yeah,
That's really all I was
those
capable of.
There's no like there's no like message from God. There's no like it's just a fucking blast.
yeah,
just like
yeah.
fuck.
That's exactly it
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
it sort of seemed like here I have something on here. This is kind of what actually. It's funny that it was kind of like this.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
It was kind of like this is where I was for
Right.
about 10 years or
Or
an
however
hour.
long.
Yeah.
See, you were doing it because our guest last week told you too much about DMT.
It I
and you're
think
all
that's-
drunk.
Yep.
You come back and you're like, well,
I have something here that I could get.
yeah, maybe halfway there.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I think that's what it was.
I knew one of us was going to do something crazy in the next few days after that. If you missed the episode last week, after we're done with this season, we're going to get all the clips from this season
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys can see all the best parts, and that'll be definitely up there. Our guest last week, Tom's friend Sam, really gave us a thrilling insight into the experience of doing a ton of DMT and what that's
and
like.
it wasn't like mine was nothing like that. I was
No,
not
of
in a
course
different
not.
place.
But
I
that's,
was
but
in
that's
my,
what made you want to.
I'm sure that's what was in my brain. I know.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I thought about it. I got a bag of mushrooms burning a hole in my cabinet door. I just haven't had time.
But yeah, so then I go out the next day, and it was awesome. I saw a bunch of other people that I hadn't seen in a long time. It was actually a 25th anniversary of this bar that opened when we were like 21, if that tells you anything. And so
Tells me I need to get younger friends.
yes,
This guy's not going to be around much longer. Oh, thank you.
remember when we had that fucking harmonica sound effect? And one time I was like, "What that boy?" And we would just do that.
Oh,
we
yeah,
need that
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I need
We
to
need
get
that
on
back.
Yeah, I need
That's
to
a
get
good
that
one.
back.
It was
a
like
great
a
one.
it was like a sitcom,
sitcom,
bumper kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. We should get that back
Yeah,
going
we
at some
need that.
point. Yeah. Anyways.
But anyway, so then I go out that night and I was just like, oh God, I can't start drinking yet. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I got to eat something. Next thing you know, I'm in the bathroom deucing it up.
You were at this bar 25 years ago when you were 21. Now I'm not going to say your age, but let's just
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that you're getting fucked up till 6 a.m. on all kinds of drugs and then going out again the next day. Most people quit that when they're 21. You know,
Eons ago.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it was cool. So it was great. It was all these girls that I knew. It was these two sisters and then their friend, and then we're all friends. We've all known each other since we were kids,
sure.
And then it was like two of their boyfriends, whatever. And so that was fine. And then we end up going to another bar from there, and then we go to another bar from there. And at some point, one of these dudes that's at the bar, just for no reason that I know of, because I was like less drunk than everyone because I started drinking later. And I think I had done one shot just recently to this, but I hadn't like been doing shots or anything like that. So I was just drinking seltzers, just trying to fucking mind my own business.
Yeah.
But, when you haven't seen people in a while, they tend to just, be hanging out by you the whole time. So I don't know if that had something. But anyways, so somebody just goes, "Fuck you, Tom." And I'm like, what the fuck? Out of nowhere. And I look, I'm like, what the fuck? And so this dude comes after me. Next thing you know, I'm like evading him. And then somebody from the back of me just grabs me in a rear naked choke. So now this is happening. Now I'm getting choked. And, that was always fun.
And you had no idea why?
I have no idea why. Nobody actually does. I talk to people afterwards. Nobody really knows what happened. And also, honestly, this is the thing, though. I don't really give a shit. Look, I've done stupid shit when I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? A million times. I've been the aggressor.
How bad they choke you?
I didn't even see the guy.
Yeah.
So it was just like immediately I was just like, huh? I got my chin in a little bit, so it wasn't like purely on my throat.
So you didn't go out?
No, I didn't go out.
Okay.
But it felt like he was taller than me, and it felt like he was a strong boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh. And
Whoops.
here's the thing is like, if you get somebody in a rear naked, like a standing rear naked choke, it's what you would call a sleeper hold. That's what, that's the other name for it. When you're like around their neck like this and on your... And so then, but that only lasts, 30 seconds, and everyone's like, but the thing is, it's not my bar. It's all regulars there. You know what I mean? So now I'm the outsider. So now now the rest of the bar is just like yelling at me, and
they're gonna assume you're the odd man
Yeah, I'm the
out,
fucking.
I've had that before where you're trying to explain. One time,
Dude, I didn't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, fuck you, dude, motherfucker. Oh, dude, you want to keep fucking, I'm like, all right. You know what I mean?
I walked into a party one time when we were still pretty young, and this guy comes up to me and just asked me some dumb question, and I just didn't want to play along with this thing.
Yeah.
So I just said the opposite of whatever. I can't remember what it was, but I was just being a contrarian, and I was just like, oh no. And then he's like, he does the thing of like I didn't understand his joke, and he's like, oh hey, wake up, and hits me on the side of the head like that. And I just fucking reached back like 1970s pimp style and just slapped him as hard as I could across the face. And his glasses flew off and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like bringing it up a notch. I wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily saying we got to fight, but
Well,
I'm
yeah.
going to slap you.
Yeah,
You know?
that is 100% we have to fight.
Yeah, it is.
If somebody
But
slaps you in the face.
I had never, and this is the other thing.
Although, I remember I was slapped in the face at this bar by some fucking random dude, and I laughed about it. I was like, did you just slap me like a woman?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
I was doing it in a really cool, demeaning, masculine way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to punch you. I'll slap you. I did it one other time I can tell you about. But anyways, I slapped the guy, but right as I did it, it was just like I didn't know anyone there, and like 10 of his friends were like walking in the room, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like everybody around me. Boy, that took some fucking slick talking. Let me tell you that right now.
Yeah, so that's
'Cause
what you have to do, though. Because
and-
it's like,
oh,
well,
yeah.
I can't fight 10 guys.
Well, and there were a bunch of
20 guys
Dude,
or
there were a
whatever
bunch
the
of guys
fuck.
that were like really like way bigger than me and shit. I was like
Yeah.
19. I was still pretty small.
Yeah.
And so
I'm in my
I
late
start
40s. I'm not fighting anymore.
Yeah, I know,
You know what I mean?
I'm over it. Yeah,
Like-
I start trying to explain it. Like, no. I mean, this guy just hit me, and like, so luckily there was like one person saw the
That
whole
saw it,
thing
yeah.
and was like, no, he's being the blah blah blah. So, anyways, somehow through my gift of gab, that's right, I'm able to turn this situation around. And by the end of it, they're all making fun of this other guy that I slapped.
That's
and
beautiful.
He ends up getting too drunk, getting mad. His mom came to pick him up. He's like 21, 22. His mom had to come pick him up, and he's like passed out in the front yard. She gets out and starts fucking kicking him and hitting him and dragging him in the car, and everybody's laughing at him. It couldn't have ended better, and then I got to stay. But that shit happened. That was a scary moment where like, you did something just at the wrong moment, and like, holy fuck, everybody's turned on me now.
This one, yeah. So either way, and then my buddy had just gotten there. This dude Huey was a large, younger dude. Happens to be a black man, but
No shit. Okay.
yeah. So he had just gotten there, but he was like across the bar getting a drink. So by the time he sees anything going on, and he's like coming over there, everything's already kind of like broken up, and everyone just kind of, and then it's basically just like pay your tab, get the fuck out of here, kind of thing. Which is stupid because I do go to the bar. I know the people that were bartending. You know what I mean? So that's really the annoying thing is now I look like an asshole because it's like not the first time that I've been involved in shit in this bar. You know what I mean? So that was really the biggest thing to me. Like, God damn it, dude. Like, I didn't do anything, but now I look like a fucking dickhead. You know what I mean? Again.
Damned if you do, damned
and
if you
also, it's especially because I have a history.
most of the time you have done
that's
something.
the thing. It's like
So nobody's
usually
gonna believe, dude,
I am
yeah.
antagonizing somebody, or I am fucking. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And so
Yeah.
But either way, so yeah, it was a long weekend.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
It was fun.
And then you shit in a bucket.
And then I shit in a bucket
And
today.
here's what he did, guys. Here's what he told me. He went downstairs in the basement. I told him to just go shit in the yard.
Yeah,
He's
but
got
see,
a
I'm
beautiful area behind the garage
I do.
for stuff like that.
Which I love.
Yeah, I mean, one day, speaking of mushrooms, Tom spent like an hour telling me about. I mean, it could have been a minute, but we're tripping back there, just like behind his garage. It's nothing. It's just like a little 5-foot area and like a fence and like some garbage and old pieces of wood and shit. And he's like, you know, this is actually like one of the main reasons I bought this house. Is this little spot back here?
Yeah,
You're a
because it's
liar.
very because when the greenery grows in, it's like all secluded and shit. And I have a hammock back there. And what he's saying is
It's
like
basically a bathroom. I mean,
no, it's what it is like a parkway between, which would be an alleyway between like the houses on this block, but it's not like a city block, so it's all like grass and trees and shit like that.
yeah, like
But-
nature.
Yeah, and so,
It's disgusting.
but anyways, we'll go back. We don't need to.
Anyways.
we don't need to dwell on this.
Well, I wanted him to shit back there. That's the point.
Yeah.
And I was kind of excited. He says, I'm going to shit in the yard. I get, like I said earlier, I like that stuff.
Yeah.
So I go, sure, good.
But then
good.
my
Then
brain
he-
goes, wait a minute, no, I have a history of doing this from working in new construction where there's no bathrooms in there yet, and you would get dropped off when you're young, and like your boss just drops a handful of you off, and you're just there for the day until he comes back. And so if you had the shit, you had the like painters were notorious because we had buckets, you know what I mean? So we would end up leaving shit, but they were called shit buckets. So you would just leave them in the basement. And then some poor fool would find it and be like, "Oh, is there paint left in there?" Oh, fuck! Because it's so rancid.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I was just
It's a
like,
good-
"Wait, I know
it's
how
a
to do
good
this."
gag.
I was like,
Yeah.
this whatever." So it was very. But the good thing about that is like
then
a
he told-
5-gallon bucket is you just sit on it as if it's a toilet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's very easy.
One little lean the wrong way, though, you've got a real situation. You know what I mean? Because those things are a little wobbly. And yeah, that could go wrong, but he made it. And then he stuffed a bunch of papers in there, he says. That's what he tells me.
Yeah, I took
Stuffed a bunch of papers on top of it and then wrapped the whole thing in a garbage bag, tied it up tight, and just took it and threw it outside in the garbage can.
Yeah. So that's gone.
So that's what we did to get ready for the show today. So anyways, yeah.
So let's talk about idiots.
Yeah, look at this idiot we found. You guys want to look at Michael Rappaport?
So Michael Rappaport.
We've made fun of this guy. Who hasn't? I mean, pretty much every show has made fun of this guy. That's just something you do. It's just
Well, we have for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, for good reason.
Right.
Obviously.
I mean, he's one of those characters that has just fought tooth and nail to maintain some sort of social relevance or something. I don't even. Nobody really knows where this guy came from. He claims to
I
have
know
been
him
a stand-up,
from-
but like you always knew his face. He would always
Yeah,
be
I
like
knew him from True Romance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
yeah.
where I remember him very first. He was like,
he was the off-putting like street character in a lot of movies.
yeah, he was just, he always had that Brooklyn, whatever.
Yeah.
And so he was like the white New York street kid.
right. Accepted by the blacks.
But then
this guy,
yeah, and he like made it a point to be like friends with all like the
in real
NBA
life, he seems
players
like
and
that's his
shit.
real. Oh yeah, but I'm saying like in the
Yeah.
movies, he was the white guy that was accepted by the blacks. But in real life, that's what he really wants to be.
Yeah.
And-
Always he did.
Yeah, right.
But there was so ever since the whole Trump phenomenon started, he was always bitching about, which is funny because where I saw him and got reacquainted with him was on podcasts, on The Fighter and The Kid with Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub was the first place that I saw him, and he was just he would apparently hang out at the Comedy Store. He loved hanging out with comedians and shit like that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so I saw him there. What is going on over here? Yeah, there's like a buzz or something. You guys hear a buzz? Because I can hear it, but I don't know if it's distracting or.
I think it must be. You know what? I'm gonna have to change this cable during the break. It's fine. Whatever. We'll just go with it for now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, then he started going all unhinged. And that's where we picked it up. You know what I mean? He was always ranting. So you sent me a video.
Yeah, we're doing that one first. Or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want, oh, okay.
yeah. So let's just take a look at this guy here.
I'm just gonna look at this. I was trying to look at irritating things of Michael Rappaport, and I just saw this, and the whole thing just really pissed me off.
And this is
so.
only like a minute.
This is
40,
him on
right?
some dumb podcast. Do you know this show?
I do. The Midas Touch. If any of you guys know the Midas Touch, it's these two brothers that are Democratic. What are they called? They're like not a. They're part of a
Democratic
super
Socialists
PAC.
or something,
No,
or-
they're like part of a super PAC or something.
Okay.
They head up a Democratic political action committee.
Okay.
Right. Hey, look, something just happened.
Oh,
There you go.
gotcha. All right.
And so yeah, I hate these guys. They're fucking idiots. They're just just activists. But they're not. They're not even genuine. They just knew where they would make money, and they were just like,
Dude, that's
they were
the
really rich people. I can't remember if anyone knows the Midas Touch boys.
that's
let
the
me know.
first thing you realized. Did you? Because you were like me at one time. You probably tried to get into activism and stuff. And I remember going down to
little
like,
bit, yeah.
I would go down to like protests, or like I went and checked out Occupy Wall Street before I knew what that was about, you
Yeah.
know, and blah blah blah. And I went down there and saw firsthand. Oh, okay, this is just like like an even more irritating version of the government, because you guys,
Yeah.
it's like some certain people just like take control of it. And like that Occupy Wall Street thing was running like a fucking like a business already by the time
Yeah.
I got there, and I saw it. I mean, you just see like
Like, oh,
activism
you're
is
the
so
same.
phony. You're just the same
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You're just making.
You just
money,
wanna
and
be up there
You've got
where
a
they
gig,
are.
and you know you
That's
guys are
what it is.
basically coworkers. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I'm in the politicians. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
So yeah, those guys are fools. But yeah, so this is him on there, and you had sent me this, and this was his take on everything. Just a few, a year ago, something like that.
Yeah, he's been ranting and raving about Trump to anybody who'd listened for years.
Yeah, and just on his own. Remember, that's some of the videos we looked at was just him yelling in a camera about how fucking
Yeah.
and about Alex Jones and
This
all this shit.
orange fuck.
Yeah.
And but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how did?
Balenciaga. He was remember the
Yeah.
Kanye thing. That's where one of them that we.
Oh, he was mad at Kanye.
Yeah, he was mad at
Yeah.
Kanye because of his anti-Semitism, and he's a big he's Jewish, obviously.
Right. But as a professional entertainer, the amount of people that would do that thing, and I don't know if they're still doing it, but that thing of like, this orange fuck, like, we've heard it 10 billion times.
Yeah.
And like, why do you think that's such a great fucking barb that's going to stick so well? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's orange. Like, that has to be the most overused thing I've ever heard in my life, besides Karen, maybe.
Cheeto.
Yeah, the
call him
Cheeto thing. But like, it always fucking surprises me how people have zero gauge for like originality or anything, where it's
like what might be.
how did 9,000 more people after the first 5 that made that joke or said that? It's not even a joke. It's just kind of a weird thing to
it's
say.
just like a burn.
It's, I guess, kind of. Yeah.
A little bit.
Because he's got a bad tan, I guess. Sure. Okay. But like, it's the next 9,000 that really concern me.
Yeah.
And and the fact that people applaud it and it gets a reaction. It's the Karen phenomenon of you still see videos of like some guy going like, why don't you calm down, Karen? And everybody will be like, Karen. And it's like, what are you, monkeys? You bunch of monkeys? Not because of, but just because,
Yeah.
whatever. You guys get it.
We all know.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this fuck. So this was him.
Just like he doesn't get to choose what he wants to do on January 20th. They were going to drag his ass out one way or the next.
Smoke him out. George.
Smoke him out and fumigate it. Yeah, we
Smoke
got to
his
fumigate
ass
it
out.
anyway. Let's get started on January 20th. Fumigate the place.
Smoke him out. Get the fuck out. There's not going to be no. I don't know. There's
If I
not
were
much
Joe, I
fun.
wouldn't even want to be in the White House. I'd be like, this place is just
All right,
a
can you-
petri dish of just disgusting.
This is what we've talked about many
I hate
times
this.
on this show.
This brother is the worst one. They're all
He's
horrible,
maybe
but
the worst guy I've
also
ever seen in my life.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah,
He's Elijah Wood.
he definitely. I would have gone with like
Oh,
some-
I wouldn't
look
even
at
want
him
to be in the White House.
something more like Eliza
Yeah,
Schlesinger. He does kind of look like a girl, I guess, or
God
some,
damn it.
some type of, what do they call them girls? What gets with other girls? Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
lesbos.
Yeah.
He does look like a trans lady,
He's effeminate.
and he's got that Dylan Mulvaney mouth. Where
Yeah,
there's
well, he's
too
got
many
the
teeth.
Elijah Wood.
And yeah, he's, what he looks like that movie I was talking about, Smile. Looks like a fucking creep from that movie. You guys seen that one? It's a horror movie where people smile too big and it creeps you out. It's pretty good.
Sounds great.
But this thing of what we've talked about before, where this guy is like, his gleeful thing, you're not making any jokes or doing anything good. You're just going like, Biden probably does, like, his whole joke was he doesn't probably even just want to even be in there now because it's
so
like,
gross.
It's so gross. They gotta, like,
fumigate it.
and how happy he is with himself, I think, is the part that really bugs you, right? Let's see that again, just how worthless.
I don't know.
If I were Joe, I wouldn't even want to be in the White House. I'd be like, this place is just a petri dish of just disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the hotel. I'm gonna stay down that hotel on Pennsylvania.
What was that guy?
It needs, the walls need to.
This is fucking better than I remember it because I like that guy's contributions. I would stay down hotel. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
None of them
guys are
can do it,
great.
dude. No, it starts.
Now
with,
here's the problem.
It
They
starts
have
with
2 million subscribers.
and this is the thing that blows my mind.
I know.
Okay, so Rappaport starts the thing out by going like, "Yeah, man, they're just gonna have to like, I don't know." And the other guy goes,
Drag him out.
"Yeah, it's like so gross of like a petri dish in there. Biden's not even done staying at the hotel." It's just like, dude. What a dream team! Holy
God,
shit!
yeah.
I must have been like a little tipsy when I watched this because I didn't even remember it being this funny. But go ahead. Sorry.
Also, just a quick comment on, like, we go through real troubles to try to make our shit look cool. You know what I'm saying? I never understand. It's just a fucking Zoom call. That's all they're doing.
Nobody cares. It's
Apparently.
yeah.
It's very annoying to me.
I know.
Like, and they're not even formatted correctly. Like that guy, they're both fucking horizontal. These guys are both fucking portrait.
Well, again, we're
Or
finding
landscape and portrait.
Right.
And it's just like,
it's
dude.
stupid. We're finding this out over and over again that we thought like, hey, maybe if we get good at doing this, make ourselves a cool little set, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's like a way to get an audience. No, it's not because none of that matters to anything. Like there's so many fucking shows with millions of subscribers that aren't good, that don't look good. The guy can't even fucking talk. Look at these clowns, dude. What the fuck? So that's why we're taking a break after this fucking
'cause we
next
gotta figure
episode.
some shit
Because
out.
clearly just doing this and is not what you do.
Yeah.
So you have to
figure out some sort of
some trick.
Yeah, some
It
trick,
is.
some
Mr.
algorithmic
Beast fucking
trick.
shit. I didn't. You
Yes.
know, we're gonna have to go.
all right, but let's
soulless.
look at Rappaport.
On Pennsylvania Avenue.
It needs a full remodel. It needs, the walls need to be torn out.
Good one.
It needs to be fumigated. Every toilet.
You know what it's like,
every-
Michael? You know what it's like when you go into one of the you're at a sporting event or a festival when we used to have those, and you have these porta potties just smell like shit because 1,000 people have taken shits in the porta potty. That's what it's like to walk into the White House on January 20th.
Okay,
And-
this is.
Yeah, you got to fumigate it. You gotta.
You
gotta
said
rip
that
out
5
walls,
times.
Obviously, change sheets.
Fucking dick cheese.
Everything's got to go. You got to treat the place like it's.
All right, so that guy,
right,
this
so-
guy, this idiot that couldn't say that he wanted to go to a hotel.
Yeah, he's good.
What, dude? This is like the kid when you were in 3rd grade that would ruin the fucking bit.
Yeah.
you guys would all be going on something, and he'd be like, no, and then like 1,000 shits went in there, and it's like all the shit was smelling,
Yeah.
and then someone jumped in the shit. You're like, oh, fucking Michael Crisione ruined it again. That was the kid's name at my school. Michael Crisione is a big fat slob.
Oh, boy.
One
I'll
time,
leave you with this.
Hold
one.
on.
I'll leave you with this one. Hashtag porta potty done.
Porta potty done.
Wow.
Porta potty done. Because
Yeah, think of something.
he's just the fucking worst, man. And
Yeah, good.
it's the people that are still thinking that it's a rigged election. Cool, it was rigged. For all intent, it was rigged. Don't vote in Georgia because you're gonna lose again, you dummies.
wow,
Okay, so
what a terrible product.
yeah,
and
so
we just wanted to give you guys a little reminder of where Michael Rappaport stood on all of this stuff. But also, what a terrible show. I can't go. It needs to be said again. What a bunch of fucking clowns. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's-
what the fuck was that? And
that's
not,
like the tip top of the sort of
like Democrat comedy. Like,
like straight. And it's funny because you would just call that an establishment podcast now.
yeah,
Right?
They really thought they had something going too. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
they're an establishment podcast.
Yeah, it's just that's like the people that are sort of upholding the status quo and, you know, whatever. And so anyways, now, so this came out a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, because we had a lot of shit to get to on the show. So we just kind of meant to get to this a while ago. But here's Rappaport now on the PBD podcast, right? And let me just see what people are saying. Oh my God, these guys are complete morons. Analyze and improve. Record your sets. Go to open my. I don't know what the fuck that is. He stinks. Oh yeah, no, he sucks.
Yeah.
He makes more on comedy than me. Future opportunity. Okay.
If you're gonna read the comments, though, you gotta read them.
Nah.
Yeah, you always do this.
If there's anything good, I'll expound on it.
You're just reading them to yourself.
Yes,
though.
exactly. If they're good,
okay,
then I'll expound on it.
Well, agree
This
to
is how-
agree to disagree.
This is how many podcasts do it. They
Oh,
just go,
yeah?
blah, blah, blah. Okay, nothing. Yeah.
The content doesn't matter, though. Don't forget that. So
Um,
you know what? We should just do the rest of the show like that. Just everything we say too. It's like, well, there's a wrap up for us. Like, it's fucking. I don't know. Donald Trump is a pile of shit and says fumigate the toilets. I guess
All right.
whatever. You know.
Let's watch this fucking. So this is on
By
the
the way,
PBD podcast.
He did suggest that they fumigate the toilets in
I
that
know.
clip.
He's a fucking idiot. Because it's a complete idiot.
Okay.
But so now, just let me see when this was. This was 9 days ago, right? That this comes out. And that doesn't make any sense. That can't be.
Yeah, mathematically impossible.
It really is, because
Yeah.
we've been meaning to get to this for like 3 weeks. So that doesn't make any sense. But the PBD podcast, we've watched clips on here. It's Patrick Bet David. They're sort of a right-wingy, more of libertarian
Yeah, these
podcast.
guys know Patrick Bet David by now. I think.
Yeah, and so this is Adam Soznick, and he had just sort of gone on a little 2-minute, 3-minute diatribe about why he thinks Rappaport is going to vote for Trump this time around, right?
Yeah.
And so this is
Well-
the tail end of that.
Yeah, I think it's funny. It takes a guy like Rappaport this long until now to realize how tone deaf he's been.
Yeah.
And that he's being that he's a laughing stock for a good reason. That
Yeah.
he's a fucking Trump derangement syndrome guy. He's fucking a guy freaking out. It's everybody's riling him up and laughing at him.
Yeah.
And he's finally, I think, starting to get it. And now, like a slimy two-faced cunt is gonna come with what you see next.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is Adam Soznick ending his question to him and then his retort.
And he was a joke. Like as New Yorkers, like he was like
Yeah,
he's a ball busting troll.
Exactly.
He's a
But
shit
here's
talker.
why I think you're going to vote for him this time, because you've seen what happened under his first term. You didn't like it. He's the pig dick, and he's got the mean tweets, and he's orange. But life was good. There was no wars. The economy was going good. But damn, he's annoying to look at. But you also can acknowledge that the media had a major role in that.
That's
major
something
role in
that
that.
when you take a step back.
Yes. You also acknowledge that.
Because I
Well,
will acknowledge
yeah.
that that one thing about the Charlottesville that I ranted about.
Yes.
And I was wrong.
But the both sides thing. Yes.
Yeah, and I
you've also-
respect-
hold on, let me
So
finish my-
irresponsible.
And I respect the
let
shit
me
out of
finish
it.
Wait,
my
let me
campaign.
hear him out. Hang on.
Yeah.
Go a little bit more. What do you mean by that? You were wrong on that.
No, because he said the both sides, there's good people on both sides. And when you see the full quote,
Yeah.
that wasn't what he said. And I ranted on him hard for that. Hard. There's some video about it, whatever. I mean, I ranted hard because I was like, what are you
course.
talking about, man?
Because you got played.
Yeah, now. Hey, welcome to the club of actually watching anything outside of CNN, you
Dude.
fucking idiot.
It took
That quote was out there in its full content.
Yeah.
Like 3 days after. You know what I mean? People went and got it and were like, no, this is what he actually said.
Yeah.
And it was like, I
Very-
disavow anyone on the
Yeah.
on the, in the white supremacist movement. There's no place for you in our, blah, blah, blah. That's what he said. So this is what he's talking about. He's just, and this is why it's so funny, because we've been making fun of this dude for so long, because this is what, we don't just pick people to make fun of. It's people that just, dude, the information's there. You're just not looking at it. And there's so many people I know, like personally, that this is going to happen to.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be eventually exposed.
realize what an
And they're going to be like, fuck, man. And then what do you do? Like, I do give it to him that he's at least, but you're right. This seems like he's just kind of finger to the wind, like,
Well, and
oh boy.
the other thing is he's in whoever that other guy next to him is, he's sitting around with these like
Yeah.
New York guys,
Yeah.
and he realizes, oh shit, I'm gonna be like a real homo if I do my usual routine in here. So there's that side of him too. He's the East Coast guy, so he can't really be, you know what I mean?
Cock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's also kind of funny about that. I think that's a big part of it too. But yeah, this it's really funny to see. I know a lot of people like this and still do, where it's not, you know, they don't want to know the truth about something. I've told the story before. There was a big group of people arguing with me over a quote that I took like 5 seconds to look up, and it was a famous one that was going around. It was a fake thing that never fucking happened. It was just a meme somebody made and put Donald Trump under it, and it was like, Republicans are the dumbest voters, and blah blah blah. I could run for president and be voted in by Republicans, no problem. They're dumb, whatever. I looked it up. Never fucking happened. Even Snopes was like, nope, this is a lie. And
when Snopes is supporting Trump, you know that it's...
Yeah, and you try to tell people because maybe you figure, oh, you must be interested in the actual reality and truth, right? Nope. No. I've picked the guy I hate, and there's nothing you can do to change or make me waver on that. You know,
yeah, so I think this is... Okay, so let's watch a little more of this. Little walk
and
back.
here's what this is why I think you're going to vote for Trump, is because you, much like me, much like many people, independent thinkers, not the sheep,
All right,
realize we
settle
kind of
down.
got played a little bit. Yes, Trump ain't exactly the smoothest character. He's not Obama.
Jesus Christ.
No, but he actually, his policies and who he has around him are way better than what's going on there. And here's my final point.
Who said that?
You see what's going
That
on
was
with
that
the
dude,
border.
Vinny.
You see what's going on with the wokeness. You see what's going on with culture wars. And you see what's going on with actual wars.
Yeah.
Specifically, you see who the Democrats have exposed their hand, especially the progressive left. You see what's going on between Israel and Gaza. You have 3 Starved David
Can you pause for 1
highs on your
second? Sorry.
chest right now.
Nothing like this, something like this to remind me that, like, I also do not like the quote unquote right wing.
Well, that's another
I
thing
can't
is-
stand the left, but God, is this guy annoying already.
Yeah,
Just
now
like-
this guy started this off by saying that the reason that he's saying this to him is because he started out, he was a JFK Democrat.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, well, why was I a JFK Democrat? Because my dad was. And he was like, oh yeah, I backed Clinton. I liked, the Obama thing. It was whatever. And that's where he started this off. But yeah, the whole, let's just watch this a little bit more. But yes, you're right.
It's just
fucking,
it's
like, dude,
okay.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't like the other ones.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
don't like you. How interesting.
See who the Democrats have exposed their hand, especially the progressive left. You see what's going on between Israel and Gaza. You have 3 Starved David highs on your chest right now. And as someone who is a proud New Yorker your whole life, you see what the Democratic Party has turned into. This DEI, ESG, woke manifestation of ridiculousness, intersectionality, decolonialization. You're looking at that and you say, you know what? As much as I can't stand big dick Donald Trump,
You said it.
at least he's fucking normal.
Why is he saying?
At least he doesn't want to turn my boy into
At
a
least,
girl.
at least he's normal.
Well,
But yes,
At least he doesn't want to turn my boy into a
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
At least he's defending Israel, not the fucking terrorists. And at the end of the day, I'm a reasonable person.
Yeah.
So like you said initially, I think I'm going to consider this.
Oh, I'm considering it.
Yes.
But to pull that, I don't know, we don't pull levers anymore.
Yeah.
Actually pull that lever.
Yeah, but pulling the lever for Biden.
And then
I'm
you're
going to tell you right now, I won't vote. I'm not voting for Biden.
No.
I'm not voting for Kamala. I'm not,
But then
I'm
you
not-
can't talk shit. And you need to be able to
what?
talk shit.
Well, wait a minute.
Idiot,
So you're saying,
shut
so
up.
for you.
That
Yeah.
stupid old thing. People have been telling me that for fucking 20 years,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I say,
Same here.
stick it up your fucking ass.
Yeah.
I can do whatever the fuck I
Oh,
want.
if you don't vote, you can't. No, that's
That's not a rule.
yeah. Also, the reason I don't vote is because they're both fucking shit. I can talk shit about both of them.
You know what I fucking had to do? Because so many people were saying that shit to me. I had to really learn about voter abstinence and how it's been like pretty much the only method towards nonviolent coups in the history of the world is voter abstinence and the withdrawal of consent, basically, in a government. You know, so
Yeah.
I think that's kind of similar. Something happened in Iceland like that, you know, and a couple other places, whatever. But I had to get. I didn't even really care about that. I just had.
I know, but you just have to have something to come back because these fucking idiots. They always say that.
Like,
Yeah. Now, I will say this about Adam Sosnick's thing. Yes, obviously Michael Rappaport has 3 Star of Davids around his neck. So he's obviously going to be on the Israel side of the Israel-Palestine thing. Now, I'm not necessarily in agreement with the right on that. I don't think either of them are doing the right thing at all.
They're all fucking nuts.
Yeah, the whole area, which we'll get into later, I think is just a fucking, I don't know what it is. It's
a charged, energetic
and
place.
it always has been.
Yeah, and like a very
has been for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, it seems to intoxicate people into
Yes.
into like insane.
There's a lot of factions that are really just wanting that area for something. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's like, dispel them. No, dispel them. No, I need to be in there. I have to build this there. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of that. But for him to say that, but I do understand that he's just saying that to fucking Rappaport because he knows that he's going to agree on that.
Sure.
And how does he know that? Well, I'll show you why. Now, here's a sweet little fucking skit that Rappaport put out that I found.
Oh,
and this
really?
is recent. Yeah, this is post.
Did we see what we needed to see out of that?
Yeah, I mean the whole idea here is
Just that he's trying to
even Michael Rappaport is like coming around.
Being like,
that was like
yeah.
one of the most idiotically vocal fucking
he would just rant and rant.
no substance kind of ranting idiot that, like you were saying,
Yeah.
just like orange fucking pig dick piece of shit. You fucking, whatever. You
Yeah.
fucking racist, all that shit. And so even he's now coming around to be like both of us have said this. Neither of us are big fans of Donald J. Trump.
He's not even like really part of it. It's
Exactly.
It's just
It's
the
just
way
what he
everyone
represents
reacts.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you've made him into this thing other than what he is.
right.
But yeah, so I just thought this was funny because now Rappaport is on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see this, that he's kind of now kind of crawled into the other camp,
Sure.
so to speak, right?
Well, he wants to be with the boys.
yeah,
and
he wants to.
be,
Yeah, he doesn't want to
because
just keep being called a cuck.
honestly, that's what I wonder about a lot of people. Is like, is that not even a little bit of a motivation to you? Is like, does anyone remember you're being a fag? Like, does that not mean anything anymore? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? So
Or just like, just being a bitch about,
yeah,
just like, just being. But either way, maybe it doesn't. I guess I don't know. But he was very, I mean, there's so much more we could pull up. That Midas Touch podcast kind of just touched on how fucking partisan he was being for so long, which, I mean, we're being partisan most of the time on the show. But so I found this. Now, this is a little skit called Hamas's shit.
I've never seen this.
All right, everybody knows that sports is really about the wings. Buffalo wings, spicy wings, hot wings. So I got some folks here. We're going to try some fantastic wings with. Who are you guys?
I'm Dylan. I'm from University of PC. Go Humbacks.
All right. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Margaret, and I'm a housewife and mother to 4 angels.
Well, I cannot wait for you guys to
I
try
hate
some of
this.
these wings. Let's get into it.
Hold on. You're going to hate this.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awful.
That's right. Because these are new Hamas hot wings, 100% pure shit.
No,
How
come
do
on.
they taste?
Are you serious?
That's right, because everything Hamas has been feeding you is shit, and these wings are 100%
Hey,
pure
fucking,
grass-fed
could you be fucking ripping off Tim and Eric Harder with the way they're eating and stuff? You know what I mean? And the way they line the shots up and the actresses and everything. Obviously, just ripping Tim and Eric off with no ideas. And you can't see, that absurdity is popular on the internet and that cringe stuff is popular on the internet. Somebody told him that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
exactly. That's what I'm
but
saying.
you don't
is
have
like-
an actual idea. That's the problem.
No, this is Rappaport. So that's what. Okay, here, hold on.
Hamas shit.
Are these is this like actual shit that I'm eating?
Yes, that is actual shit you are eating. No, don't stop now. You've been eating that Hamas shit for so long, and while you've been eating that shit, civilians are still in captivity. There is no excuse for raping, kidnapping,
Holy shit.
and murder.
Yeah.
Hamas is full of shit, and anybody who tells you elsewise is also full of shit. Listen, if you want
Elsewise?
some Hamas shit, go on social media, go to a rally. It's everywhere. Try it. You can use as much as you want, from the river to the sea.
So he hasn't learned a thing.
It's the same.
He just went to the other
Here's the
side
thing.
and is now putting himself out there with the same
dumbass
same
fucking energy.
level
Like,
of fucking
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it's the same reason of unfunniness as that podcast was like,
Yeah.
it's not clever to just go like, look, this is a shit. It's a fucking shit. You're eating shit. Ha, ha, ha. Like, and you think you're making some kind of like South Park type of commentary or something, and completely fucking missing the mark in every way. And again, yeah. Who's that for? There's a certain percentage of the population that's fucking retarded and is gonna see that and be like, oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's-
smart.
yeah,
That's
this is the
fucking-
problem,
look,
is the
Look,
right.
he's saying that the one guys are
shit.
It's because they're they're
Yeah. This is another thing is like you're ignoring again. So this was his entire problem when he was on the left, is just ignoring any nuance, any sort of fucking alternative viewpoint and or whatever. Now I understand at that point he was viewing himself as a Democrat. Now, since these guys have flipped and the Democrats have been like, mostly progressives on campuses and in cities and shit have been rallying, back Hamas from the river to the sea. Now he sees himself as a Jew that he is. And so now he goes the exact opposite way, but still misses all nuance, any kind of reasonable take on anything. He just can't have it. It's Rappaport, everyone. It is Rappaport. Hey.
Yeah. That's not even a pun. A pun. One of those pun sketches where they just have one little turn on a phrase or whatever,
Sure.
and they keep like I saw a commercial the other day that was like,
what was it, Vin?
It was like, oh yeah, it was an old commercial for somewhere that they were gonna ship things, right? And it was from a while ago, and it was all people being like, I shipped my pants.
Instead of shit.
Yeah, and shit like that.
Which
that
is
would be better than what
it's
he
better,
did.
and it's horrible.
It's
And it's
terrible.
still stupid.
But right, but that's what I'm saying. He didn't even get there with it.
No.
It was just like, here, you eat this.
Oh, Hamas
Yeah, it's
hot
shit.
wings. Yeah.
Can we see again where he gets where he gets serious? Because it's like
where
maybe
he's like,
the
'cause
last
rape
30
and
seconds.
fucking daughter-
Dude,
yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
It's cringe as fuck, man.
But it's like that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen because it's already steadily losing steam.
Yeah.
and you're
But
going.
he's
It's
charging up
wearing
more.
thin.
Yeah.
And then when he goes serious during it,
Yeah.
that's where it gets
That's
surreal.
exactly.
Dude.
When I
And
saw
you're
this,
just
I was like, oh, Vinny's going to fucking hate
this is like, dude, if he's on stage doing this, he is fucking sweating.
Yeah.
The
It's
room
flop
is,
sweat. It's
dude.
just dead silent
the-
or like booing him.
The room is just like oatmeal. It's just fucking, ugh. Dude, yeah.
Let's
Holy
take
shit.
a quick look.
Hot wings, 100% pure shit. How do they taste?
Like shit.
That's right, because everything Hamas has been feeding you is shit, and these wings are 100%
By the way, Hamas has been
pure
feeding us what?
grass-fed.
Also, he said in shit instead of is shit and didn't retake.
Dude, he fucked up a bunch. He also
Yeah.
said elsewise
Yeah, he said
instead of
elsewise.
otherwise.
Yeah. You couldn't
Or
reshoot
anything else. No, I don't think this was. I mean, they did. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I
This
guess
was
that's
the
true.
12th take, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, guys.
Yeah.
And by the way,
His two fucking friends were. What the fuck?
what happened?
Oh, no. Hold on.
Oh, we got a computer thing happening. We got to plug it in.
Holy shit.
Is it? Are you gonna make it? Where is it?
Dude.
Guys, if we lose the stream, we'll come back. But this computer might be dying. I think that.
Blue light come on?
There, we're good.
Hold-
Oh, fuck.
Dude, oh my